Hello, and welcome to NEWORK Lobby's Letter to the Editor training. I'm Sister Eilish McCullough and serve as the Grassroots Education and Organizing Specialist. By the end of this short tutorial, you will be able to write your own effective and powerful letter to the editor to submit to your local paper. But first, what is a letter to the editor? It is approximately 250 words written by you about a current issue that you then publish in your local paper. A letter to the editor is your chance to shape the public narrative around a specific issue. We also know that letter to the editor campaigns can help create powerful movements. Some of the most widely read content, they're read by both people in your own community and by members of Congress. Letters to the editor give everyone an opportunity to read how a particular issue is affecting members of their local community. Go to the website of your local paper and find the rules for their letter to the editor. So in this paper, you can see where it needs to be mailed or to be submitted, what you need to include, your phone number, your address. It shows you the word count. So here it's 250 words. On average, we see that it's around 250 words. And most importantly, that they expect exclusivity. So that means that you can't submit the same letter to the editor to multiple papers. And then it tells you about how all submitted letters will be considered for publication. So now you're ready to write. You want to first know what policy issue you're planning to cover. You'll need some talking points. So you might go look at your local paper and see if they've already covered the issue. Is there an article that you can reference back to? You can also visit networklobby.org and look at our talking points, or reach out to one of our organizers on staff, and we can help you. Then you've got your policy issue and you're ready to write. You want to start with a sentence that will grab the reader's attention, that will make the editor of your paper want to publish your letter. This is one of my favorites by one of our advocates. She starts it with catalysmic, catastrophic, devastating. Now, those are some attention-grabbing words. Then you're going to want to tell readers what you think. So you've got that policy issue you're going to write about. It's big, it's broad. It might be something around the shutdown, the federal budget, or immigration, or something else. But you need to narrow it down to just one piece of that issue. Remember, with 200 or 250 words, you don't have enough space to cover everything. And you want your letter to the editor to be clear, to be concise, and to be powerful. So, in addition to using facts to support your position, we also encourage you to center racial justice in this section and to use a faith or moral messaging framework. This is powerful. So you can see in this letter to the editor, it's a mix of facts about HR 2811, and then it includes a faith messaging framework. At the end, the author writes, as a woman of faith, balancing the budget on the backs of the poor is morally objectionable to me. This is powerful language. This helps you tell the readers who you are, why this is important to you. Next, you want to bring it all together with a strong legislative ask. And this is where you want to name your member of Congress. So this one says, I want to commend my US representative, Representative Shontel Brown. The author is naming her representative. So you're going to name your representative, your senator. And remember, you're not going to be broad here. You're not going to say, I am calling on all members of Congress. I am calling on the Senate or the House. Name your representative or your senator specifically. This is important because they have staffers who watch for your member of Congress's name to appear in the news. So they will collect all of those letters to the editor that call on your member of Congress by name and then share it with them. And finally, you're going to sign your letter to the editor. And the guidelines for this may well be in the instructions provided by your paper. So you're going to want to include your name. If you have a title that is of significance in your community, like sister, doctor, attorney, or something like that. If you have a congregational or organizational affiliation that is important, please include that too. If you're a member of a network advocates team, you're going to want to include that. So you might write network advocates team member or member of network advocates for Catholic social justice. And you'll want to include your city or town. Some papers do allow you to submit a letter to the editor anonymously. And if you feel that you need to do that for your safety or the safety of your family, please feel free to do that. And finally, you're ready to submit your letter to the editor. Make sure you go back and check the submission guidelines, reread it. Make sure that you have not published this anywhere else. Check your signature and then submit. So to review, you're going to start with a sentence that will grab the editor's attention. You're going to tell them what you think, be specific, narrow down that focus. And you're going to close with a legislative ask that names your member of Congress specifically. And then you're going to sign it and submit it. But don't forget, network staff is always here to help you along in this process. We're willing to brainstorm ideas with you, talk through your letter to the editor, and give it a final read through before you hit submit. Then, the most exciting thing, did you get published? Make sure you let us know by sending us the link to your letter to the editor or taking a screenshot or picture and sending that to us as well. You can send that to us at info@networklobby.org, or if you're a member of the advocates team, please share it with your leader. And then make sure you share your letter to the editor on social media or anywhere else. And if you're sharing it on social media, make sure you tag that member of Congress so it can get lifted up again. Thank you for your willingness to write a letter to the editor and to share your viewpoint in your local paper. Please feel free to reach out to us with any questions you have at info@networklobby.org. Have a great day.